Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Connie and this channel is all about plants. So if you're interested in that type of content, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. So about 6 months ago, I posted an Aglaonema collection video, but since then I've added quite a few more to my collection. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you an updated Aglaonema collection. And if you're interested in that original video, that'll be linked down in the description box. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. This Aglaonema is one of the ones that I showed in my plant shopping video at Home Depot. This was in one of those ceramic boat planters. I didn't really care for the boat planter, so I wanted to repot it, and on top of that, the boat planters did not have any drainage holes in them, and I know they were soaking wet, so I immediately wanted to repot these. This is what it looks like. I just put it inside of one of my old Costa Farms Trending Tropicals planters. I have a nice chunky mix inside there now. Someone on Instagram DM'd me and gave me the name of this. I think it's called the Tropic Passion. I'll put the name on the screen, but I am so in love with this one. Has these really pretty hot pink petioles, and then on the back of the leaves, it actually looks hot pink as well. So this is another Aglaonema that was in one of those boat planters from Home Depot, and it was the only plant that was inside the pot, but I wanted to go ahead and repot it right away because I saw that the soil was really wet on top and the pot didn't have drainage. So I went ahead and repotted it myself into my own chunky mix, and I just put it in one of these Costa Farms pots. I believe this might be a golden fluorite or golden papaya, but I did find another plant online that looked very similar, and I'll put the name of that on the screen. I'm really happy that I repotted these because, like I said earlier, the soil was like sludge, and I'm just glad that I was able to save them because Aglaonemas are prone to root rot, and this is too pretty of a plant to let die. It actually has a few flowers on it already. So again, this is another Aglaonema that was in one of those ceramic boat pots. I went ahead and repotted it the same way I did with the others. When I first did the plant shopping video, you probably remember that I had this inside my cart and I was trying to decide if I wanted it. But I kept thinking that I had another one that was very similar to this at home. So I went ahead and I just left it there. But then when I got home, I realized that it was somewhat different. I'll show you the two side by side. Okay, this is the one that I just got. See how this leaf looks a lot redder than this one? This is the one that I got by Costa Farms Trending Tropicals, and according to their website, this is called an anemone. If you look at this side by side, you see how the one on the right looks a little lighter, like it looks pink, and then that one looks more red. Some of the leaves are coming in a little lighter here, but I think they might darken. They're very close, but I still think that they're a little different, so I got this one anyway. The next one is also new since my last video. This is the Aglaonema spathonema by Costa Farms Trending Tropicals. And this one right here is really different than the other Aglaonemas that I have in my collection. So the leaves are elongated, but they still have a little bit of a roundness to them. And then the markings on the leaves are very similar to a Philodendron Brazil. Like the outer part has a darker green and then the middle has the lime green. And then some leaves you also get like a creamy type of variegation. I got this one from Lowe's. It was the only time I had ever seen them at Lowe's. even up until now, I haven't seen these in stores anymore. Comment below and let me know if you've seen the Aglaonema spathanema in any of your big box stores or in any of your local garden centers, and whether you have one in your collection. So this one here is also new to the collection. Not really sure what the name is, but if I find out the name by the time I post this video, I'll have it on the screen. So this is one that I found at Lowe's. And here's a close-up. So if you look closely, in the center of the leaves is a red line on every leaf. There's a new leaf coming out right there. And this one has green petioles, just for reference. And this one has more of the elongated leaves. Like some of the Aglaonemas have more of the round leaves. Like for instance, these two right here. But you can see this one, how the leaves are more elongated and narrow. So this leaf on top is one of the newer leaves, and you can see that the stripe down the center is a lighter color. It's like a pink right now, but I'm assuming that as it matures, it'll get red like these. If you have any idea of what the ID on this Aglaonema is, leave it down in the comments. Another new one to my collection since the last video is this right here. I got this one from Home Depot in Key West. This is the one that I thought was a Aglaonema Maria, but then I saw the Aglaonema Maria right next to it and I realized that the petioles on this one are a little different. See, they have like that mottled green and white color. But then the Maria has green petioles. So it looks very similar as far as the leaves go, but it's not the same plant. And that's one of the ways that you can tell Aglaonemas apart. One, by looking at the leaves and comparing them, but also by looking at the petioles, because a lot of Aglaonemas look just alike. But when you look at those petioles and the petioles are a different color, you know that it's a different plant. I'll show you the Maria side by side. Here's the Maria right here in my hand. And the leaves look very similar, right? Okay, but look at the petioles on this. The Maria has the green petioles. And this one has this color. It's like a green and white. This Sparkling Sarah is actually one of the ones that I found in the 5-inch pots for $5.98. I got this one from Key West also. So I have it in this pot that I got from Home Goods. And I really like this pot a lot, but it doesn't have a drainage hole. So what I did was I just cut the top part of this nursery pot off, and then I was able to fit in here. But I don't know how long it's going to be able to last in this smaller pot. So eventually I have to repot it and take it out of here. But for now, I really like how it looks in here. I feel like this color really complements the leaves. So the next one I have up here on my IKEA Vitcho shelf, where I have all my, well, most of my other Aglaonemas. And I have it here growing in water in a glass vase. This is an Aglaonema commutatum variegata. And I was gifted this by Aroid Asia. And I'll go ahead and link that video above if you're interested in seeing the unboxing of this and some of the other plants that I got from them. But I really love this one. And you could see that these leaves have this really nice creamy variegation. And this is one of the newer leaves up here. This one is really pretty, and I decided just to leave it in the water. And like the other plants or Aglaonemas that I have growing in water, I just change out the water once a week and add a little bit of fertilizer every other time. This one's also new to the collection since I did my last Aglaonema collection video. This is an Aglaonema Dalmatian. This is part of the Costa Farms Trending Tropicals line, and I got this from Home Depot. So I had one of these a while back, and I wasn't giving it enough sunlight, and so the leaves actually started turning a darker green, but you can see on this one it has more of the white markings on the leaves as opposed to the darker green. Now that I've been putting this one up here right in front of the window, I actually have to rotate this right now because this one's turning towards the sun on this side. Okay, so this one is one that I found at Walmart, and this was part of the Costa Farms Plants with Benefits. So instead of it being the $19.99 like the Trending Tropicals, this one was, I believe, $15.98. So that was a good deal. I had to snatch this one up because it was different than any of the other ones that I have in my collection. I love the color of the leaves. It's sort of that color like the Frosted Ghost, but it has more of the markings on the leaves. See, it's like that similar color. I'm not really sure what the name is. I just got to do a little bit of research. So this next one here is called an Aglaonema El Dorado. And this is actually in a 6-inch pot, but it's a really big plant for being in a 6-inch pot. You can see these leaves are really long and big. So this one here I also got from a local nursery, and I feel like this is more of an uncommon variety because I've never seen this at any big box store or even on Etsy or anything like that. And I'm not really sure what the name is. I'm still doing research to try to find out what the name is. But of course, if I do find anything close, I'll put it on the screen. This one right here is unique because it has a lot of white leaves. So this is what most of the leaves look like when I first got it. It has this really pretty white right down the spine, but then the outer part of the leaves are green, and it has the white petioles. But lately, it's just been putting out all white leaves. All this on the top is new growth. Once again, if you know the name of this Aglaonema, leave it down in the comments. Like always, I appreciate all of your help. Okay, so the next ones are the newest ones to my collection, and you may have seen these in a recent plant unboxing video that I did from Hertz Gardens. This one right here is an Aglaonema Cutlass, and this is one of the ones with the really long, narrow, elongated leaves. It's another one that's a two-tone green, and I really like this one because of the shape of the leaves, and I just think it's really pretty and add some variety to the collection. This is the other one that I got from Hertz Gardens. This is an Aglaonema Etta Rose, and I really love this one. It's a light pink or a peach color with green. This one was also purchased from Hertz Gardens. This is an Aglaonema White Pearl. This one has these really pretty, mostly white leaves with the green outline and the green vein in the center. Okay, this is another one that I went back to get after watching one of my videos. I went back and got this from Lowe's, and I'm really happy that I did because it's so full. And if you look down here in the pot, there's so many plants in here. I pulled it out and the roots look great, but it is starting to get jammed up in the pot, so I'm gonna have to repot this one soon. Well, this is another one that I've heard people confuse with the Frosted Ghost, but I'm gonna put this side by side with the Frosted Ghost and you'll see the difference. So here's the Frosted Ghost right here on the left, and then this is this one right here. So what I see is that this one has more of a golden look to the leaves, and this one is more of that bluish gray or green. And also you can see the markings a lot more in the leaves on this one. This one's a little bit more solid. Another new one to my collection since my last video is this Aglaonema Cyan Pink. And this is a duplicate actually, but the other one that I have has smaller leaves, and I thought this one was a lot bigger and it just looked nicer than the one that I had, so I wanted to get another one because I think it's so pretty. This is like the sister to the red cyan. It's just that it has the pink outline instead of the red. Okay, all these here on the floor are actually new to the collection since the last video also, but I'll start with this Aglaonema two-tone moonstone. If you saw my last Aglaonema collection video, you probably saw that I had another one of these and it was just as beautiful and full as this one. But after a while, it got really leggy. I chopped as much as I could off, and I've been water propagating it in this bottle. And it's been a few weeks now, and as you can see, there's several roots starting to come out here. So this is ready to pot up now, actually. I feel like this one in particular needs a little bit more light than some of the greener varieties. Next to this one is this one right here that I got from Lowe's on clearance. And it looks like it's a golden fluorite, but it has two plants in one pot. At first I thought maybe it just wasn't as variegated, but every single one that I've seen in the store was actually like this. So I don't know, but pretty sure this is a golden fluorite. I actually found another one on clearance at another Lowe's. So this is the other one right here. And this one actually has a lot more pink to it. So I'm gonna have to try to keep this in a little bit more light because I wanna make sure I keep this nice, beautiful pink color to it. I love this leaf right here. It's solid pink. This is one of the newer leaves. I love how Aglaonemas put out different types of leaves with different patterns and different colors. Okay, this one right here is one that I got from Home Depot. It's also one that they had inside the pots for $14.98. And I've always known this one to be the Silver Queen. I talked about this before in my haul video, and there's a couple other plants that look very similar, but I've always known this one to be the Silver Queen. Once again, there's so many similarities with Aglaonemas that I'm not gonna say that that's 100% true because I just don't know. And this one's called the Aglaonema Candy Cane, but I've also seen it called different things online as well. And I absolutely love this plant. This one has these really pretty deep green leaves with these stripes with the pink down the center and then these beautiful hot pink petioles. And I got this one from Home Depot. It was by Vigoro. I believe it was like $26.98, and I thought that was an excellent deal for a plant this size. Now the one that I got before, I'll show you in a second, that was in a 6-inch pot for $14.98. And that was the first time I had even seen this type of Aglaonema before. So this is the first one here that I got in the 6-inch pot. Even though I had that one, I couldn't resist getting this big one. I love this plant. So yeah, this is the Aglaonema candy cane. Another one that I think I've gotten since my last Aglaonema collection video is this one right here. It's called an Aglaonema green bowl. I got this from a local nursery. This one has the white petioles, and it has like this golden color here in the center and also on other parts of the leaf. I have seen this one recently in Lowe's, and it was labeled an Aglaonema hybrid. So if you are interested in this one right here, I would check your local Lowe's, because they had quite a few in my Lowe's, and that was just in the past few weeks. So this one's actually another duplicate to my collection. This is the Aglaonema Hang, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And when I first saw this in the garden center at Home Depot, the variegation on it was so beautiful. It was like a rainbow-like variegation. I actually did a short video, so I'll try to insert that so you can see. But I took too long to water, and those leaves actually died out, the ones with that really pretty bright rainbow-like variegation. And these are all new leaves that grew out since I got it. There's a new one coming out here. Those first leaves were very similar to this. Here's a recap of all the Aglaonemas that I've shown you in today's video, as well as the rest of the Aglaonemas in my collection. If you're interested in seeing my original Aglaonema collection video, that will be linked in the description box. So like I said earlier, if you know any of the names of the aglaonemas that I wasn't able to identify in this video, please leave it down in the comments. Also, let me know what aglaonemas you have in your collection, and if you saw any in my collection that you wouldn't mind adding to yours. Also, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and share for more plant-related videos. Until next time, thank you guys so much for watching, and take care.